Welcome to Tax by KK. Join our channel to master 250 hours of GST at rupees 199 per month.
तो नमस्ते टू ऑल ऑफ यू। आज के सेशन में आप सभी का स्वागत है। लास्ट सेशन में हम लोग एफिडेविट कंप्लीट किया था हमने। आज हम लोग समन से रिलेटेड डिस्कस करते हैं आपके साथ। ये एफिडेविट हो गया था चैप्टर 11 डिस्कवरी प्रोडक्शन एंड रिटर्न ऑफ डॉक्यूमेंट्स। तो ये समन वैसा नहीं है जो GST के सेक्शन 70 में लिखा हुआ है। ये बहुत सिंपल है कि जिसको भी समन किया गया डॉक्यूमेंट के लिए या अपीयर होने के लिए तो उनको अपीयर होना पड़ेगा और कोई रीजन इसमें कुछ भी नहीं लिखा हुआ है एक्सेप्ट अदरवाइज प्रोवाइडेड हियर अंडर discovery of production and return of documents shall be regulated by the provisions of Code of Civil Procedure 1908 and applications for summons to produce documents shall be on plain paper setting out the document, the production of which is sought, the relevancy of the document, and in case where the production of certified copy would serve the purpose, whether application was made to the proper officer and the result thereof. ये पूरे लैंग्वेज में कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ है। यहाँ वेयर होना चाहिए, यहाँ वेदर लिखा हुआ है। इस समन फॉर प्रोडक्शन ऑफ डॉक्यूमेंट्स इन द कस्टडी ऑफ ए पब्लिक ऑफिसर other than a court shall include all the information as specified in Form 06 and shall be addressed to the concerned head of the department or such other authority as may be specified by the appellate tribunal. इसका मतलब ये पब्लिक ऑफिसर यानी कि गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट हो गया। फॉर्म 06 एक बार देख लेते हैं। Summons before the GST Appellate Tribunal, whereas the Appellate Tribunal suo motu or on consideration of the request made by Sri this appellant or respondent, having been satisfied that production of the following documents or records under your control or custody is necessary for proper decision of the above case, you are hereby directed to cause production of the said documents or records before this tribunal, forward duly authenticated copies thereof on or before this date, enter description of the documents, requisition by order of the appellate tribunal registrar. Suo motu summoning of documents. Notwithstanding anything contained in these rules, the appellate tribunal may suo motu issue summons for production of public document or other documents in the custody of a public officer. Marking of documents. The documents when produced shall be marked as follows. If relied upon by the appellants or petitioner side, they shall be numbered as A series. Okay. If relied upon by the respondent side, they shall be marked as B series. The appellate tribunal exhibits shall be marked as C series. अब ये क्या हो गया? Appellate tribunal marked as B series मतलब the appellate tribunal may direct the applicant to deposit with the appellate tribunal through online mode a sufficient sum to defray the expenses for transmission of the records. अब ये कैसे होगा? ये फीस जमा ये कहीं नहीं लिखा हुआ है। मे बी उनका कुछ अलग से बैंक अकाउंट ये सब शुरू होगा। Return and transaction of documents. An application for return of the document produced shall be numbered and no such application shall be entertained after the destruction of the records. तो ये रिकॉर्ड कब डिस्ट्रक्ट होगा? The appellate tribunal may at any time direct return of documents produced subject to such condition as it deems fit. Anyone किसी को कुछ कहना है इस पे तो बताइए। चलिए। Examination of witness and issue of commissions. Procedure for examination of witnesses, issue of commissions. The provisions of the order shall mutatis mutandis apply in the matter of summoning. ये निकाल लें क्या? और यहाँ लिख देते हैं। एक मिनट, समन का भी समन पहले ये निकालते हैं। ऑर्डर 16, ऑर्डर 26, तो इसी में है सब समनिंग एंड ऑर्डरिंग ऑफ विटनेस। ये पूरा चैप्टर ही हम लोग अपने पास ले लेते हैं। पूरा चैप्टर 26 कमीशन। किसी को कोई आइडिया ये इश्यू ऑफ कमीशन क्या होता है? एनीवन? एनी कोर्ट में इन एनी सूट इशू ए कमीशन फॉर एग्जामिनेशन ऑफ द विटनेस और इंटरग्रेटरीज और अदरवाइज ऑफ any person resident within the local limits of its jurisdiction who is exempted under this code from attending the court or who is from sickness or infirmity unable to attend it, provided that a commission for examination or interrogatories shall not be issued unless the court for reasons to be recorded thinks it is necessary so to do. Commissions.
Want to master GST litigation? Join our YouTube channel today. Simply click the subscribe button and then hit join. Once you click join, you'll find 5 levels to choose from. Start with just $199 to learn the basics of GST, or go for $599 to dive into handling GST notices like a pro. We promise you the best GST learning experience. Join now and take your GST knowledge to the next level.
To examine commissions or commissions to examine witness. An order for issue of commission. इसका मतलब क्या? अच्छा, issuing commission for the examination of witness refers to a court authorizing someone. अच्छा, किसी को authorize करेगा वो उसके पास जाएगा usually a commissioner to take evidence from a witness who cannot attend court in person. This process is used when a witness is unable to attend due to reasons like illness, geographical location or public सर्विस। ठीक है, इसको हम कॉपी कर लेते हैं। चलिए, ये हो गया। तो प्रोसीजर फॉर एग्जामिनेशन ऑफ विटनेसेस, इश्यू ऑफ कमीशंस, द प्रोविजंस ऑफ द ऑर्डर shall mutatis mutandis apply in the matter of summoning and enforcing attendance of any person and examining him on oath and issuing commission for the examination of witness or for production of documents. Issuing commission हमने पढ़ लिया। Examination in camera, the appellate tribunal may in its discretion examine any witness in camera. Form of oath or affirmation to witness. Oath shall be administered to a witness in the following form. I do swear in the name of God or solemnly affirm that what I shall state shall be truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Form of oath or affirmation to interpreter. Oath or solemn affirmation shall be administered to the interpreter in the following form before the bench officer or the court officer, as the case may be, as taken for examining a witness. I do swear in the name of God or solemnly affirm that I will faithfully and truly interpret and explain all questions put to and evidence given by witness and translate correctly and accurately all documents given to me for translation. अच्छा, ये भी oath में आएगा। Officer to administer oath. The oath or affirmation shall be administered by the court officer. Form recording of deposition. The deposition of witness shall be recorded in prescribed GSTAT Form 07. GSTAT form. Before the GST Appellate Tribunal, deposition, name, father's age, occupation, place of residence, name of the officer administering oath affirmation, name of the interpreter, duly sworn, examination chief, date, cross-examination by, re-examination by. Statement of witness as recorded was read over, translated to the witness who admitted it to be correct. Signature of the member. Each page of the deposition shall be initiated by the members constituting the bench. Corrections, if any, pointed out by the witness may, if the bench is satisfied, be carried out and duly initialed. If not satisfied, a note to the effect be appended at the bottom of the deposition. Numbering of witness. The witness called by the applicant of petition shall be numbered consecutively as petitioner's witness and those by respondent witness. Grant of discharge certificate. Witness discharged by the appellate tribunal may be granted a certificate in prescribed Form 8 by the registrar. Certified that appeared this, ठीक है, और उसको पैसे भी मिल रहे हैं. Witness allowance payable, where the appellate tribunal issues summons to a government servant to give evidence or to produce documents, the person so summoned may draw from the government travelling and daily allowances admissible to him as per the applicable rules of the respective government. Where there is no provision for payment of travelling allowance and daily allowance by the employer to the person summoned to give evidence or to produce document, he shall be entitled to be paid as allowance a sum which in the opinion of the registrar is sufficient to defray reasonable travelling and other expenses. The party applying for the summons shall deposit with the registrar the amount of allowance as estimated by the registrar well before the summons is issued. अच्छा, जो witness को बुलाना चाह रहा है वो ही पैसा खर्च भी करेगा. If the witness is summoned as a court witness, the amount estimated by the registrar shall be paid as per the directions of the appellate tribunal. Aforesaid provision would govern the payment of allowance to the interpreter as well. तो गवर्नमेंट का विटनेस है तो गवर्नमेंट से ले रहा है, और एप्लीकेंट है तो एप्लीकेंट से ले रहा है, और ट्राइब्यूनल खुद बुला रहा है तो ट्राइब्यूनल खुद दे रहा है. रिटर्न्स टू बी रिकॉर्डेड टू द कमिश्नर. रिटर्न्स टू बी फर्निश्ड टू द कमिश्नर. द कमिश्नर शैल बी फर्निश्ड बाय द एपेलेट ट्रिब्यूनल. लैंग्वेज में कुछ ना कुछ तो गड़बड़ है ही. With such of the records of the case as the appellate tribunal considers necessary for executing the commission. Okay, जो उसको सुनने जाएगा विटनेस को. Original document shall be commissioned only if a copy does not serve the purpose or cannot be obtained without unreasonable expense or delay, and delivery and return of records shall be made under proper acknowledgement. Taking of specimen, handwriting, signature, etc. The commissioner may, if necessary, take specimen of handwriting, signature or fingerprint of any witness examined before him. चलिए, इसको पढ़े या छोड़ दें? हेडिंग पढ़ लेते हैं. List of witness and summons to witness. Production of witness without summons. Expenses of witness to be paid into court on applying for summons. Tender of expenses to witness. Procedure where insufficient paid in. Time, place and purpose of attendance to be specified in summons. Summons to produce document. Power to require person represent in court to give evidence or produce document. Summons given to the party for service. Summons how served. Time for serving summons. अब देखिए ये सब बातें उसमें नहीं लिखी हुई है GSTAT के प्रोसीजर्स में, तो फिर ये यहाँ से अप्लाई होगा। प्रोसीजर वेयर विटनेस फेल्स टू कंप्लाई विद समन्स, इफ विटनेस अपीयर्स अटैचमेंट में बी विड्रॉन। प्रोसीजर इफ विटनेस फेल्स टू अपीयर, मोड ऑफ अटैचमेंट, court may of its own accord summon as witness strangers to suit. Duty of person summoned to give evidence or produce document when they may depart. Application of rules 10 to 13. Procedure where witness apprehended cannot give evidence or produce document. No witness, देखिए ये arrest का भी provision है. No witness to be ordered to attend in person unless resident within certain limit. तो इसका मतलब अगर जो witness को बुलाया जा रहा है वो कहता दूर है तो वो फिर कमीशन ही होगा। ये देखिए इसमें कुछ कुछ लिखा हुआ भी उन्होंने। विदाउट सच लिमिट बट ए प्लेस लेस देन 100 और वेयर देयर इज रेलवे और स्टीमर कम्युनिकेशन और अदर एस्टैब्लिश्ड पब्लिक कन्वेंस फॉर 5/6 ऑफ द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द प्लेस वेयर ही रिसाइड्स एंड द प्लेस वेयर द कोर्ट इज सिचुएट less than 500 kilometer distance from the courthouse, provided that where transport by air is available between two places mentioned in this rule and witness is paid the fare by air, he may be ordered to attend in person. तो ये सब and commissions. Cases in which court may issue commissions to examine witness, sickness, infirmity, unable to attend. Order for commission and order for the issue of commission for the examination of witness may be made by this. The witness resides within court's jurisdiction. Persons for whose examination commission may issue commission for examination of any person resident within the local limits of the jurisdiction of the court. Commission or request to examine witness not within India. Court to examine witness pursuant to commission. Return of commission with depositions of witnesses when deposition may be read as evidence. Commission for local investigations. Commission to make local investigations. Procedure of commissioner. Commissioner for scientific investigation. Commission for performance of ministerial act. Commission for the sale of movable property. Commission to examine or adjust accounts, court to give commissioner necessary instructions, commission to make partition of immovable property, procedure of commissioner, expenses of commission to be paid into court, power of commissioners, questions objected to before the commissioner, attendance and examination of witness before commissioner, parties to appear before commissioner, application of order to execution proceedings, court to fix a time for return of a commission. Cases in which High Court may issue commission to examine witness, application for issue of commission, to whom commission may be issued, issue, execution and return of commission, land transmission of evidence to foreign court. Anyone? चलिए फिर disposal of cases and pronouncement of orders. On receipt of an application, petition, appeal, etc., appellate tribunal after giving the parties a reasonable opportunity of being heard, pass such orders thereon as it thinks fit, provided that the appellate tribunal, after considering an appeal, may summarily dismiss the same for reasons to be recorded if the appellate tribunal is of the opinion that there are no sufficient grounds for proceedings herewith. Admit ही नहीं करेगा. Dismiss the same. It will not be admitted. Operative portion of the order. All orders or direction of the bench shall be stated in clear and precise terms in the last paragraph of the order. Does not admit the case. Operative portion. All orders or direction of the bench shall be stated in clear and precise terms in the last paragraph of the order. तो जो हाई कोर्ट के हम लोग इतने सारे जजमेंट्स पढ़े थे उसमें तो हम लास्ट पैराग्राफ में वो लिख देते हैं कि जैसे द ऑर्डर इज सेट असाइड, इट इज क्वैश्ड। जैसे अभी मैं लास्ट पढ़ रहा था एक SCJET के रिफंड के बारे में, वहां पर हाई कोर्ट ने लिखा कि रिफंड शैल बी अलाउड सब्जेक्ट टू द कंडीशन दैट GST काउंसिल रिकमेंड्स इट, और they are requesting the GST Council to recommend us. So this kind of clear words in precise terms are written in the last paragraph of the order. Corrections. Every member of the bench who has prepared the order shall affix his initials at the bottom of each page under all corrections. Power to impose cost. The appellate tribunal may in its discretion pass such order in respect of imposing cost on defaulting party as it may deem fit. Pronouncement of order. The appellate tribunal, after hearing the applicant and respondent, shall make and pronounce an order either at once or as soon as thereafter as may be practical, but not later than 30 days from the final hearing. Now this is important and this is advisory. 30 days. Every order of the appellate tribunal shall be in writing and shall be signed and dated by the president or members constituting the bench which heard the case and pronounced the order. A certified copy of every order passed by the appellate tribunal shall be given to the parties. The appellate tribunal may transmit the order made to it to any court for enforcement on application made by either of the parties to the order or suo motu. ये कोर्ट में तभी जाएगा जब प्रोसिक्यूशन का मामला हो, वरना तो फिर ये सीधे जुरिडिक्शन ऑफिसर के पास चला जाता है जो APL 04 इशू करेगा। एवरी ऑर्डर और जजमेंट।
Want to master GST litigation? Join our YouTube channel today. Simply click the subscribe button and then hit join. Once you click join, you'll find 5 levels to choose from. Start with just $199 to learn the basics of GST, or go for $599 to dive into handling GST notices like a pro. We promise you the best GST learning experience. Join now and take your GST knowledge to the next level.
Or notice shall bear the seal of the appellate tribunal. Pronouncement of order by any one member of the bench. Any member of the bench may pronounce the order for and behalf of the bench. When an order is pronounced under this rule, the court officer shall make a note in the order sheet that the order of the bench consisting of president or members were pronounced in open court on behalf of the bench, authorizing any member to pronounce order. If the members of the bench who heard the case are not readily available or have ceased to be members of the appellate tribunal, the president may authorize any other member to pronounce the order on his behalf after being satisfied that the order has been duly prepared and signed by all the members who heard the case. मतलब दोबारा hearing नहीं होगी. The order pronounced by the members so authorized shall be deemed to be duly pronounced. The members so authorized for pronouncement of the order shall affix his signature in the order sheet of the case, stating that he has pronounced the order as provided in this rule. तो Rule 105 भी quote करना पड़ेगा. If the order cannot be signed by reason of death, retirement or resignation, or for any other reason by any one of the members of the bench who heard the case, it shall be deemed to have been released from part heard and listed. ये देखिए यहाँ पर आ गया ना, फ्रेश हियरिंग आ जाएगा. तो अगर ऑर्डर साइन नहीं होता है न्यू मेंबर से तो फिर से हियरिंग होगी. रिक्यूजल मतलब बेंच कहेगा कि आई एम इंटरेस्टेड पार्टी, देयरफॉर आई विल नॉट हियर द केस. For the purpose of maintaining the high standards and integrity of the appellate tribunal, the president or a member of the appellate tribunal shall recuse himself in any case involving person with whom the president or member has or had a personal, familiar or family होना चाहिए family or professional relationship, in any case concerning which the president or member has previously been called upon in another capacity, including as advisor, representative, expert or witness, or if there exist other circumstances such as to make the president or the member's participations seem inappropriate, the president or any member accusing himself may record reasons for recusal, provided that no party to the proceeding or any other person shall have right to know the reasons for recusal by the president or the members in the case. Yani confidential. Enlargement of time where any period is fixed by or under these rules or granted by appellate tribunal for doing of any act, of filing of any document or representation, the appellate tribunal may in its discretion from time to time in the interest of justice or for reasons to be recorded enlarge such period, even though the period fixed by or under these rules granted by the appellate tribunal may have expired. क्या चीज का enlargement कर रहे हैं? Where any period is fixed by or under these rules. अच्छा, जैसे 30 दिन के अंदर आपको ऑर्डर पास करना है या तो वो पीरियड को enlarge कर सकते हैं. Okay. Rectification of order, any clerical mistake or any order of the appellate tribunal or error therein arising from any accidental slip or omission may at any time be corrected by the appellate tribunal on its own motion or on application of any party by way of rectification. An application shall be made online which shall include all the information as prescribed in Form 01 within 1 month from the date of the final order of the rectification. दो चीजें हम लोग को देखनी पड़ेगी. एक तो सेक्शन क्या है रेक्टिफिकेशन का, और ये जो ऑर्डर प्रोनाउंस किया जा रहा है प्रोनाउंसमेंट ऑफ ऑर्डर, इसका सेक्शन क्या है. ये दो चीज देख लेते हैं एक बार. ऑर्डर ऑफ द appellate tribunal सेक्शन 113 और रेक्टिफिकेशन कहाँ है फिर. ये रहा रेक्टिफिकेशन. तो ये लिख दिया. रेक्टिफिकेशन के बारे में लिखा हुआ क्या है. द appellate tribunal may amend any order passed by it under section this so as to rectify any error apparent on the face of the record. If such error is noticed by it on its own record or is brought to its notice by the commissioner or the commissioner of state tax or the commissioner of UT tax or other party to the appeal within a period of 3 months from the date of the order. इसको हम लोग क्या करते हैं. चलिए, general power to amend. The appellate tribunal may within a period of 30 days from the date of completion of the pleadings and on such terms as to cost or otherwise as it may think fit amend any defect or error in any proceeding before it, and all necessary amendments shall be made for the purpose of determining the real question or issue raised by or depending on such proceeding. ये कुछ अलग चीज है. The appellate tribunal may, within a period of 30 days from the date of completion of pleadings, pleading means hearing, and on such terms as to cost or otherwise, as it may think fit, amend any defect or error in any proceeding before it, and all necessary amendments shall be made for the purpose of determining the real question or issue raised by or depending on such proceeding. मतलब हियरिंग कंप्लीट होने के बाद भी प्लीडिंग का मतलब क्या होता है? प्लीडिंग हम लोग दे रहे हैं, प्लीडिंग में कोई गलती है तो दे कैन अमेंड इट. मेकिंग ऑफ एंट्रीज बाय कोर्ट ऑफिसर इमीडिएटली ऑन प्रोनाउंसमेंट ऑफ एन ऑर्डर बाय द बेंच, द कोर्ट ऑफिसर shall make necessary endorsement on the case file regarding the date of such pronouncement, the nature of disposal and the constitution of the bench pronouncing the order, and he shall make also necessary entries in the court diary which shall include all the information as specified in CDR 02 maintained by him. Transmission of order by the court officer. The court officer shall immediately on pronouncement of order transmit the order with the case file to the deputy registrar or assistant registrar, court officer. On receipt of the order from the court officer, the deputy registrar or assistant registrar shall, after due scrutiny, satisfy himself that the provisions of these rules have been duly complied with, and in token thereof affix his initials with the date on which the outer cover of the order. The deputy registrar or assistant registrar shall thereafter cause to transmit the case file and order to the registrar for taking steps to prepare copies and their communication to the parties. Format of order. All orders shall be neatly and fairly typewritten in double space on one side only, on durable full-scale folio paper of metric A4 size with the left side margin of 5 cm, right side margin of 2.5 centimeter. Corrections, if any, in the order shall be carried out neatly, and sufficient space may be left both at the bottom and the top of each page of the order, make it appearance elegant. Members constituting the bench shall affix their signatures in the order of their seniority from right to left. Okay. Indexing of case files after disposal. After communication of the orders to the parties or authorized representative, the official concerned shall arrange the records with pagination and prepare it in the index sheet in format prescribed by the appellate tribunal. He shall affix and then transmit the records with the index initial to the record room. Copies of orders in library. The officer in charge of the registry shall send copies of every final order to the library of the appellate tribunal. Copies of all orders received in each month shall be kept at the library in a separate folder, arranged in the order of date of pronouncement, duly indexed and stitched. At the end of every year, a consolidated index shall also be prepared and kept in a separate file in the library. The order folders and the indices may be made available for reference in the library to the authorized representative. Electronic filing and processing of appeals and conduct of proceedings in the appellate tribunal in hybrid mode. Electronic filing and processing of appeals and applications, notwithstanding anything contained in following provisions of Chapter 1 to 14, except as may be provided by order by the President. Every appeal or application to be filed before the appellate tribunal shall be uploaded electronically on the GSTAT portal. GSTAT portal में मतलब ये या तो GST portal and GSTAT portal में कुछ API रहेगा जहां पर they will pull the DRC 07, APL 04, तभी possible है. All appeals and applications filed before appellate tribunal shall be scrutinized and processed electronically through GSTAT portal, and all notices, communications, summons shall be issued electronically and signed in the manner provided on the said portal. कमाल हो जाएगा फिर तो. ये स्क्रूटनी कैसे करेंगे? स्क्रूटनी एंड प्रोसेस इलेक्ट्रॉनिकली, ये कैसे पॉसिबल है? सिग्नेचर है नहीं है, पेजेस के बारे में कहा, डबल साइडेड, single-sided, double spacing. All replies filed and documents that are or may be required to be presented before the appellate tribunal, either on the directions of the said tribunal or otherwise, shall be signed, verified, and uploaded electronically on the GSTAT portal. All proceedings before the appellate tribunal shall be conducted through the GSTAT portal, and all such proceedings shall be recorded on the said portal. A summary of the final order passed by the appellate tribunal or any bench thereof in respect of any appeal shall be uploaded in the form specified in CGST rules for this purpose. Summary of the final order को तो है APL 04. All hearing before the appellate tribunal may be conducted either in the physical mode or upon the permission of the president in the electronic mode. Will it be successful? ये कैसे होगा? इतने सारे इन्होंने लिखे थे कि कैसे वो स्क्रूटनाइज करेंगे. Miscellaneous, register of appeals, petition, etc. A register prescribed in CDR 07 and 08 shall be maintained in regard to appeals, petition, etc. against the orders of the appellate tribunal to the Honorable Supreme Court or Honorable High Courts, and necessary entries therein be promptly made by the judicial branch. इनको पता कैसे लगेगा? CDR 078, CDR 07 Supreme Court, number of appeal before the GSTAT, number of order in appeal, name of the applicant, date of dispatch, date of receipt, appeal dismissed or allowed, interim direction, फाइनल ऑर्डर इन द। अच्छा, सुप्रीम कोर्ट से ऑर्डर आ जाएगा तब इसमें एंट्री होगी, और ये हाई कोर्ट है, ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट एंड दिस 8 इज हाई कोर्ट। रजिस्टर इन प्रिस्क्राइब्ड शैल बी मेंटेन इन रिगार्ड टू अपील्स, पिटिशन एक्सेट्रा अगेंस्ट द ऑर्डर्स ऑफ द अपीलेट ट्रिब्यूनल। इस फॉर्म में देख रहे हैं, पता नहीं ये कैसे क्या है। प्लेसिंग ऑफ ऑर्डर ऑफ ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट और ऑनरेबल हाई कोर्ट बिफोर द अपीलेट ट्रिब्यूनल वेयर एवर एन इंट्रीम और फाइनल ऑर्डर passed by the Honorable Supreme Court or Honorable High Courts in an appeal or other proceeding preferred against a decision of the appellate tribunal is received, the same shall forthwith be placed before the President and same bench of members for information and kept in the relevant case file, and immediate attention of the registrar shall be drawn to the directions requiring compliance. यदि हाई कोर्ट और सुप्रीम कोर्ट अगर रिमांड बैक करता है ट्राइब्यूनल को, तब मुझे लगता है ट्राइब्यूनल विल कम इनटू एक्शन। मैं यहाँ लिख देता हूँ, वेयर केस is remanded by court to tribunal, वरना और कोई डायरेक्शन इनके पास है ही नहीं। रजिस्ट्रार टू ensure compliance of honorable supreme court or honorable high court orders, it shall be the duty of registrar to take expeditious steps to comply with the direction of honorable supreme court, honorable high courts in the matters pertaining to the appellate tribunal। ये एक अच्छा शब्द है कि जल्दी से ये लोग एक्शन लेंगे। फीस, in respect of the several matters there shall be paid fees as prescribed in schedule of fees appended to these rules, जो हम लोग पढ़ चुके हैं, provided that no fees shall be payable or shall be liable to be collected on a petition or application filed or reference made by any departmental authority connected with a matter in question before the appellate tribunal. In respect of every interlocutory application there shall be paid fees, वही minimum fees तो है ही। In respect, ठीक है। Award of cost, whenever the appellate tribunal deems fit, it may award cost for meeting the legal expenses of the respondent of defaulting party. Dress for the members पढ़ चुके हैं। ड्रेस for the members है, president में prescribe. Dress for the parties, every authorized representative under a other than a relative or regular employee of a party shall appear before the appellate tribunal in his professional dress, if any, and if there is no such dress, if a male in a close collared black coat or in an open collared black coat with white shirt and black tie. If a female in a black coat over a white sari or any other white dress. Provided that during the summer season from 15th April to 31st August, the authorized representative may appear before the bench dispensing with the wearing of black coat. लेकिन white shirt और black pant होना है या white sari. For the purpose of this rule, the expression regular employee shall, ठीक है. Removal of difficulties. Notwithstanding anything contained in these rules, wherever the rules are silent or no provisions have been made, the President may issue appropriate direction to remove difficulties and issue such orders or circulars to govern the situation or contingency that may arise in the working of the appellate tribunal. Inspection of the state benches. The President or any judicial or technical member of the principal bench nominated by the President shall have the authority to inspect the office and proceedings of the state benches as per the procedure and rules of travel and inspection as decided by the President. This is completed. किसी को कुछ कहना है तो प्लीज कहिए, फिर हम लोग इसका एक बुक बनाते हैं और फिर आप लोग को देते हैं। एनीवन? और हम लोग कल से फिर रेट ऑफ टैक्स के सेशन में आना शुरू करेंगे। चलिए फिर कल मिला जाए।
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Want to master GST litigation? Join our YouTube channel today. Simply click the subscribe button and then hit join. Once you click join, you'll find 5 levels to choose from. Start with just $199 to learn the basics of GST, or go for $599 to dive into handling GST notices like a pro. We promise you the best GST learning experience. Join now and take your GST knowledge to the next level.